right, Gong Shi Fat Chai or Kong Hei Fat Choi, everyone. My name is Gino Quillamor, and once again, welcome to Be Live, the web show that lights our way to leading healthier, longer, and better lives. So let me pick up the proceedings by welcoming my two co-hosts. First is a guy who's been with us since, season one. He's a sought-after concert director. More importantly, one of the brand ambassadors of AIA Philippines. Please welcome Mr. Paolo Valenciano.
Hi. Hello, Gino. I'm excited to
Yes.
virtually chill with you
I love
guys,
I love how
as
you
always.
always come off as like a matinee idol, Pao. Like it's such wonderful energy that you give off. I love it. Thank you,
You
thank
know, bro,
you.
I get that a lot.
I know. Lakas eh. Lakas talaga ng dating mo eh.
I embraced it na lang, bro. So,
But of course, next naman is a person who likely has more to share about the practical side about this week's topic, the nitty-gritty, so to speak. So joining us for this week's episode is the Chief Marketing Officer for AIA Philippines. Please give it up for Mr. Leo Tan.
What's up, Gino, Direct Pal? Great
Hi,
to
Sir
be
Leo.
back. Nice
Thank
to
you very
see
much.
both of you. Kong Si Fachay.
Kong Si
Mamaya ko na,
Fachay.
yeah, you
Ayun.
pronounce it correctly. Mamaya ko nabibigay yung red envelopes.
Ayun.
Kasi
Tayo.
AIA
Oy.
colors, di ba
Oy.
red? So you should be getting red envelopes.
Naku,
And
may maganda.
by the way, I'm subbing for 10 Paras. I think
Mhm.
he's celebrating Valentine's Day a tad earlier this year. Mukhang may Valentine's Day ngayong gabi with his viewers. But with his wife and daughter naman yan. So hopefully I'll be able to share the same insights that you guys actually do, when you have your engaged discussions every episode.
Nice. Okay, now we can begin. So now, guys, if you can recall, in our last episode, we welcomed the new year by offering tips on how to be prepared for any unexpected event. Tonight will be somewhat a continuation of that topic since we typically, as Filipinos, we celebrate New Year twice. Di ba?
Exactly. We always
Here
find
in the
more reasons to
Philippines.
celebrate. Yeah. I mean, we have the New Year, and then we have a Chinese New Year. So why not celebrate both? But there's more food for everyone. But basically, what you said is exactly right. So for tonight's Lunar New Year episode, we invited guests who will surely have several things to share on how to welcome more wealth, which is always great, more health, which is fantastic, and more importantly, Pao and Sir Leo, more love in the year ahead. Like I think that makes it a great trilogy. Health, wealth, love, diba? So more importantly, in general, we want everyone watching tonight to feel hopeful as we face the upcoming year. Considering all the hurdles and all the struggles that we faced over the past couple of years, it's a nice change naman to be hopeful for a year, though.
And it's good that you mentioned love, bro, kasi in 3 days, Valentine's na, di ba?
Ayun!
So, sakto. This is sakto tong episode na to.
Exactly. So it's actually kind of like a double celebration for us tonight if you think about it. And you know what? I'm sure that our guests, will really enjoy listening to tonight's topic. Plus, we also have a special musical treat in store for all of you because Reese Lansangan will actually be performing for us tonight.
So, what is tonight's topic, Gino?
Yeah, that's really what we want to find out. Okay, so let me ask you guys, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word feng shui? First thing.
Honest,
Yeah, don't think about it too much. Like
honest
it's like one of
answer.
those quick fire things. Feng shui, what do you think? Pao.
Basta for me, I knew that you had to put certain things in certain
Correctly in
areas.
the house. Yeah. It's true. That's one of the first things that we probably learned about feng shui. Like, or if you're building a house na parang never to build a toilet above your bed. Diba? Like, and it's kind of practical if you think about it because like obviously if a toilet starts leaking and it goes on your bed, then it's gonna be a big problem for you. But what about for you, Sir Leo? Like, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you mention the word feng shui?
If I hear the word feng shui,
Mm.
parang to me it's direction. Diba? So
Wow.
guide
Okay.
guide and direction. So,
That should have been my
meron
answer.
kang
I know, right?
tips, diba? Tips on probably what's going to go well and not go well. But it's a matter of how you manage that, no? So,
Hmm.
I'm very excited to hear what our guest tonight will be sharing.
Dito mo
Actually, Sir
makita
Sir
pa, eh.
Leo, Sir
Huh.
Leo, no, actually, Sir Leo, I'm really curious to see how we connect tonight's topic with, with AIA, with insurance and all that. I really want to see. I want to hear your insights on this. I am really curious. I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna connect,
Well,
but I
well, it
know.
would depend on what our guest will share with us, no? So, ano ba kung good news, good directions, bad directions, but I'm sure there's a way to manage it. So,
Oh,
Yeah,
usually
tonight.
nga, di ba
excited, very
parang
excited.
if
You're
from
saying,
the
Gino.
very little things that I know about feng shui, like there's always a way to counter bad energy or bad juju
Exactly.
in general, right? Like
Exactly.
if your house is tumbok, 'di ba yung parang nasa end ng road, you just don't build your gate in front of the end of that road and then you move it. Like may mga ganyan eh. And there are obviously a lot of like little intricate details when it comes to feng shui. So that's gonna be super exciting to find out.
Definitely. It's going to be such an interesting discussion tonight. But before that, syempre, dito sa Be Live, we love
Mhm.
to, engage our audience. We love to give
Exactly.
out prizes. So before we start, syempre, game muna tayo, 'di ba?
Exactly. So to everybody out there who's watching, please pay attention because for tonight's game, we're going to be asking you questions pertaining to this episode's main topic. All right. So answers of which may or may not materialize during the discussions.
And we're also tweaking our mechanics a bit. Instead
Hmm?
of giving you A or B, like the last time, uh, your options tonight will be answering if it's true or false.
There you
So,
go.
medyo challenging siya, I know, but kaya niyo yan.
No, but at least statistics wise, you still get a 50-50 chance, diba? At least that's there. So, of course, to prolong the suspense as well and to make things more exciting, we'll be revealing the winners later on in the program. So, the person who gets to answer each question correctly will be eligible to win the prize. So, again, later pa at the end of the program.
Wait, before that,
Hmm.
Jelly Victor is watching. Nahiya
Oh,
naman ako, bro.
nahiya rin ako. Bro, ang tagal-tagal ko na nag-host pero si Jelly is like,
The Jelly
so hi
Victor. Hi, hello.
Jelly,
Hi,
the Jelly
Jelly.
Victor.
The Jelly Victor. Anyway, so that means everyone who's watching, if you guys want to know who wins, if you win a prize or anything like that, you have to wait till the end of the show. So that's
That's
our
right.
way of keeping you with us the whole night. No,
And
not
why
the whole
not?
night.
And why not? We're fun people to hang out with, right?
Oo nga
I
naman.
mean,
Win-win
right?
naman tayo dito eh. Win-win. May
I
prize ka
think
na nga.
I think
May
we're
ano ka
fairly
pa.
entertaining.
Diba?
But Pao is absolutely correct. So, without any further ado, let's start the game. Here we go. Question number 1. Feng Shui is a Chinese geomantic practice that deals with harmonizing with the spiritual forces or energies that inhabit a particular space. Is this true or is this false? Generally, ako Pao, Sir Leo, usually pag may mga ganitong questions in an exam that I'm taking or something to that effect, if it goes into explaining things into this much detail, it's probably true. Yun yung hula ko lang.
Mm.
Hula ko lang.
Unless
Even if
it,
I didn't know.
unless it's a trick question, ha? So,
Could
tingnan
be.
natin, di ba?
Could
Minsan
be.
mukhang legit pero may mga certain words na dinagdag. So, let's see.
All right, so let's find out. The correct answer to this question is true. Sumakto ako today. All right, there you go. So Feng Shui is a Chinese geomantic practice that deals with harmonizing with the spiritual forces or energies that inhabit a particular space. Let's move on to question number 2. The word Feng Shui translates to earth, fire. Is this true or is this false? Now, the more pressing question in my mind is what is the Chinese word for wind? Just so I can say earth, wind, and fire in Chinese. I really want to know.
Oh,
Diba? But
okay, okay ka, Gino, ha? But that dates you actually.
yes, yes. I appreciate music of all genres, But what do you guys think? Is it true or is it false? The correct answer is false. It
Nako.
actually means wind, water. O kulang na lang heart. Captain Planet na, kompleto na tayo. Diba? But I never knew that.
Again,
A lot
Gino,
of people-
that dates you.
Again, yes. From the 70s to the 90s, But anyway, let's move on to our next question. Question number 3. Good energy flow is said to benefit or improve one's wealth, happiness, life, and family. Is it true or is it false? I think this one, it's fairly easy. Like out of the 3 that we've asked so far, this one has to be like probably the easiest one, right? Okay, so let's find out what the correct answer is. Is it true or is it false? Here we go. Correct answer is true. That's right. Good energy flow is said to benefit or improve one's wealth, happiness, life, and family. So there you go.
A lot of people are getting the wrong, not getting it correctly on
This
the-
question specifically? Wow, okay.
But that's okay. At least you're participating. So that's
Yes.
that's important.
That's what my teacher told me also before. It's okay, Gino. At least you're participating. You might not have gotten the right answer, but
So that's it for tonight's game. Again, do stick around to find out who the winners are, to know if you have a shot at the prize. We're gonna announce that later. By the way, to all our viewers, we have a simple favor to everyone watching. Please share our stream on your respective pages so we can have your friends join the fun. Tag them here. If you feel like the topics that we have today could
resonate
help
with
someone,
them. Yeah.
this is really something I feel that a lot of us who have gone through the last 2 years, we need some
medyo ramdam ko yun, Pao. Medyo ramdam ko yun. But it's true. So you know what? That's what social media is for. Sharing is caring after all. And the more people we have here, the merrier we all are. So at this point, super excited for this next part. We can now introduce tonight's guest.
I know. I hope she's not cringing.
I know. Judging us silently as we wait in the backstage.
All right,
What
here
did I
we go.
get myself into?
Here we go. Our guest for tonight learned Feng Shui in 2008 and first applied it to her business practices. She has since pursued wider knowledge in the discipline under Joey Yap's mastery class, based in both Singapore and Malaysia. You can find out more on her vlog, youtube.com/SOFIA RELOSA, where she educates readers on various concepts and theories, as well as eliminates misconceptions of Feng Shui and Chinese metaphysics. By the way, we'll be flashing some poll questions throughout our chat, so don't hesitate to chime in. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss SOFIA RELOSA.
Hi, Miss Sophia.
Hi, thank you for
How's
having me.
Patsai? Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you weren't judging us, while you're waiting backstage. So parang nag-alanganin yata ako ng pasok dito.
This is fun. Thank you.
But again, thank you so much for joining us. How are you? Hopefully everything's going great so far, with the Lunar New Year and everything.
Yes, I'm happy. I'm great, and I'm actually excited to be here. And this is my first time, and I'm so glad, na you chose me to be part of this, to be your vessel to explain what 2022 is, what's in store.
Yun. We're actually super excited that you're here. But like any true Filipino, if we find out that you're good at something, we're going to try to get something free out of it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So parang, because we know that you're very familiar with the Chinese Zodiac and whatever, I
Right.
wanted to ask Sana if we can get like a quick reading lang, or I don't know how the
Ayan.
proper wording for it is, or like what does our future, or at least our present, hold, considering that it's a year of the tiger, and I believe we're all born in different like
Yay.
animal signs, right?
Definitely.
So let's start off with Sir Leo, because clearly he's one of the more respectable ones in this square that you're
Mukhang
watching.
nabawasan na eh. Mukhang nabawasan na today. Was born in the year of the rabbit. So, hindi ko na sasabihin yung year.
Oo.
Malaman yung edad eh.
Wag na i-disclose like age. Okay, so rabbit, actually there's more opportunities for the rabbit, no? Maraming opportunities coming in. And actually it's very important for the rabbit to focus on building relationship. That's where opportunities will come in for the rabbit. So ayan, yun yung mga highlights sa career ng rabbit, no? So that's one
Parang
thing forward
it's a
on.
good
Taking
time
down
to
notes.
be
Huh?
it's a good time to
Yeah.
be a rabbit, ah. Oh, okay.
Miss
Oh,
Sophia, ako naman po, daga. What
Oh,
about?
Rat!
same
Okay, sa
tayo.
rat.
Okay, one reading na lang tayo pa.
Okay, sa rat, no, make sure lang before you enter into anything important, any project, you double check the details, and then avoid make sure that you allow or don't manage your emotions, no? Sometimes medyo ups and down ang emotions natin. So, best to actually manage it para don't let it make decisions for you. No? So, that's one
Okay.
thing that we
Parang
have.
na to sa warning no? Sige po. I mean, like, we've
So
gone
try
to
to
the
be
last 2
logical
years.
more than emotional whenever it
Yeah,
comes
okay,
to
yeah.
decision
control
making.
your feelings. Control your
Never
emotions.
been my strong suit, but I will try try my very best. Especially behind the wheel, the emotions take over.
Nako.
But Miss Sophia, I'm sure that a lot of the people who are watching us, they have some vague idea of what feng shui is, but I'm sure you can give us a better, like a deeper understanding of what it is. So, what exactly is feng shui?
Okay, Feng Shui is a 3,000-year-old tool, no? And it's actually used first by the imperial family. And it's later on lang that was passed on to us. But basically, in a nutshell, it's utilizing the energy from our natural environment. I understand you mentioned a while ago placement of charms and everything. There's no
Yeah.
need to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because it's all about energy flow. So if you want to actually activate a specific sector, it's best to actually sit in that sector. That's the best way to utilize the energy force around us. But basically, it's coming from a natural environment and then utilizing it so that we can actually be more motivated in terms of producing or chasing our goals. Parang ganon siya in a nutshell.
Oh,
In other words, Gino, sa'yo lang siya nag-cringe sa amin ni Sir Leo.
Oh no, I'm off to a great start. No, but it's nice. I love that you kind of destroyed that misconception, because
Yes.
there are so many misconceptions, and honestly, like parang, di ba, like your one of your titas will tell you na parang, hindi, maglagay ka ng ganito dyan, okay na yan. Tapos parang, and you're like,
Yeah.
bakit hindi naman okay yung buhay ko? Parang gano'n naman. Sabi ni tita, lagay lang daw ako ng ganyan. But it's nice that you're able to address that. I really love that. Now, can you tell us more about the Chinese zodiac? I mean, what's the premise behind, having an animal per year, and particularly, what are the traits that are associated with a tiger?
Okay, it's a good question. Actually, this is what we call the Pachi or the Bazi Chinese zodiac. No, but basically, this is an older tool. This is 6,000-year-old, and primarily this was used as a resume or curriculum vitae back then. And basically, what this does, no, it gives you an idea of what the personality of a person is, what are their strengths and their highlight, and the most important part is to give you an overview what's in store for you for the entire year. So it gives you a guide, a blueprint of what you can do to make your year a thriving year, regardless of the circumstances that's happening around us. Okay, so yun siya. But actually, we have 4 animal, hindi lang isa. But but there is a calculator that you can actually visit, no, para to give you more information what are the animals that you have. But basically, it discusses all that 4 aspects in health mo, the career, your spouse, your children, everything. So, but answering the question, sorry.
No, go ahead.
The question, the tiger, no. So tiger, the personality of a tiger is a social animal that's actually outgoing and loves being around others. And a little bit lang medyo impulsive lang ang tiger, no? Impulsive lang ang tiger. Sometimes very outspoken. Sometimes nakakasakit na sila when they start saying things, no? So yun yung personality ng tiger. But in relation to 2022, is this what you want to discuss? In relation to 2022, translating the personality of a tiger, the first part of the year is going to be there's growth. No, a lot of people are going out. At least we'll be able to travel. We can see that yes, COVID-19 is going to be endemic. On top of that, there's growth in businesses, but the latter part lang medyo may problem, may trigger point of another set of issues that we might actually have. Second half. Yeah.
Here's another one that I'm sure that you get from people all around you, maybe your family, your friends, regardless of whatever year they were born in. What can we expect in the field of career and finances? I'm pretty sure that's something that's always been asked.
Yes, definitely. Number one question yan every time pagdating sa Chinese. I'll discuss per animal. Is that okay? Per animal,
yes.
And then I'll give you. Okay,
yeah, para we include everyone. No?
Yeah, a lot of people in the comment section are actually saying their animals.
At this point,
so lahat na lang natin.
If you just jumped into the comment section now, why are people just randomly mentioning animals? Like, what did I walk into? Okay.
Yes, okay. All right. So for the tiger, it's best to actually get into learning new things. Through learning, you'll be able to find more value for yourself or increase your worth in terms of service to others. And if you want to actually it is actually helpful, especially if you want to make progress in terms of your career. Okay, you should be willing to challenge yourself for the tiger within this year. Okay, for the rabbit, there is handsome profit in career and wealth. Of course, there's a lot of income possibly, but of course, make sure to pay yourself first. When you pay yourself first, invest. Okay, right. And then it's actually good to open yourself to a new partnership or a new social network, so that will be able to open more opportunities for you. For the dragon, protecting your family is very important, for this year, because there's a member in the family that might get sick and will need financial support. So protecting your family is very important. It should be your focus within the year, and to guide them in terms of their health.
Oh my God. Medyo natakot ako ng slide because my wife is a dragon and I'm like one of the members of her family. So like,
older,
I'm like, wait, what?
Sorry, if nasa year, medyo older na.
Okay.
Grandparents or relatives, pag nasa year siya. Sorry.
Medyo kinabahan ako ng konti. Sir Leo, hook me up.
But I took down the statement you said, Gino, that your wife is a dragon. So I hope you were referring to the Chinese zodiac.
Yes, the Chinese zodiac.
Hindi yung day-to-day relationship.
To be honest, a little
just kidding,
bit of both.
Just kidding.
I just go, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, for the snake naman, previous investment, asset that you purchased before will see increase this year, so it's good, especially if you're looking into investing more. This is actually a good year for the snake. And then for the horse, one of the thriving animal within the year, so much opportunities coming your way. There is raise in pay, increase in profit, so it's good to consider investing. Of course, invest your money so that to make sure that your money grows further. Okay, for the goat, increase in authority. Of course, increase in authority, you should be willing to take in more responsibility. If you're going to wait for the promotion, nothing will happen. So,
right.
But if you're looking in for promotion, this is actually a good year to scale up, to exert more effort in your office space. Okay, monkey, it's good to actually change business or change industry or travel. There is opportunity for travel or for work or studies. So if there's opportunity, do accept and enjoy.
Okay.
And then for the rooster, good year for problem solving, especially if you have problems before that you've had difficulty fixing. This is a year where you will see solutions, and it's best to actually reach out to more of your noblemen, because a lot of support from people will help minimize the problem. And then for the dog, it's best to listen to your creative ideas. If you think of any inspiration or yes ideas, it's best to list it down and take initiative, because this is where you can see more further opportunities for the year. For the pig, this is actually a good year for side gigs to expand your business. There is salary increment and profit, of course. So do socialize as well, because a lot of opportunities will also come from your noblemen. And then we have for the rat, avoid, yes, make sure that you double check all the details of your business to avoid legal entanglement or dispute. Also avoid visiting funerals to protect your well-being. And prolonged travels, be careful, because we are also prone to getting stranded. Finally, for the ox, traveling opportunity is good for the year. It's good to actually increase your networks, get out of your comfort zone when it comes to your network, because it's through your network you'll find more opportunities. There for the
Wow.
Grabe,
So,
lahat sila may
Mukhang
opportunities.
kompleto.
Daga lang talaga yung
yung
may
daga lang
warning.
yung
No?
wala eh. Actually, oo nga eh. Parang, ngayon ko lang sasabihin, sana baboy na lang ako. Parang, like, sana pig na lang ako, di ba? Parang, oh
But you
man.
know,
Okay.
guys, what I noticed is, di ba, depending on the different animal signs, may mga warnings or cautions na binigay si Sophia.
yeah.
But at the same time, also indication of opportunities. So, but you know what I liked about what she said?
Mhm.
Hindi lang niya binigay yung ano yung direction or the indication or the what do you call this, the trend, the momentum. She also said you have to take action, diba? You
Yeah.
have to like invest, you have to start saving and all of that. So yun yung maganda. I think that's my key takeaway.
Mhm.
For you to take charge of your fortune, you have to take action. Diba? It's not enough that you know about it. Diba? Sabi nga nila, knowing is half the battle.
Yes.
GR Joe.
Also dates you.
That dates
Also
me.
dates
That
you. Yeah.
dates me. But knowing about these things, wala namang guaranteed contract that it will happen. No? So sabi nga ni
Right.
Sophia, for the rabbit, I have to, or the rabbits will need to increase their relationship building activities or exercises. So ganun, I think it's more of that, taking charge of your fortune by taking action.
Yes.
And yun yung maganda, no, in AIA Philippines, we have a lot of tools, we have a lot of value propositions to help you maximize the opportunity. So dun sa mga nagtanong sa comments, I hope took down notes, no, maximizing investment opportunities, whether that's in business or in your portfolios. We actually have a value proposition, a product, we call it Future Builder. Ang maganda dito, it allows you to be invested, no, in different aspects or assets that would fit your needs, and it also has protection along the way. So knowing about it, hindi guaranteed contract, but if you plan for your future and you use these value propositions, ay sigurado may contract na i-issue ang AIA Philippines. So consider that, and we have Sophia as our Feng Shui advisor. You can also talk to some of our AIE Philippines financial advisors.
There you go. Para holistic advice, diba? And I love that you actually said that, because I think a lot of people, whenever they hear about anything like this, that's like, it's not gonna miraculously just happen while you're sitting down on your
Correct.
computer chair, not doing anything, right? So I mean, obviously, like, you still have to take action. But just going back to what you were saying, Sir Leo, speaking of investments, or actually for Sophia, what should we watch out for this year in that department? Like, are there any cautionary things that I know that for us rats, like, we just have to double check everything. Kami ni Pao yung kawawa this year. Ano? Akala ko, bro, this is gonna be our year.
Yes. Yes. Sorry. But I hope it gets you prepared, no? It gives you information on what to do and focus on. Well, in investment for the tiger, no, it's best to actually secure income investment or income protection. There is indications for the tiger when it comes to accident prone. So at the same time, it's not really good when it comes to the finances when it comes to the tiger. So income protection is actually good. For the rabbit, no, health insurance is actually best to focus on within the year, primarily because of the issues when it comes to health. Is peak is not the health is not at its peak, so which is why protecting ourselves through health insurance is also good. For the business owners, no, for the dragon, on the other hand, if you're a business owner and you're looking into protecting your staff, a group investment is actually group insurance is actually good. And if you're not a business owner, focus also in health insurance. That's one of the things kasi medyo bumpy rin ang health natin for the dragon. For the snake, VUL products is actually good for the snake, no? Since we can see increase in assets. So VUL is a good investment that you can actually pursue within the year. Same goes to the horse. Since maganda ang profit coming in for the horse, of course, always remember, pay yourself first. VUL products is also a good product to pursue within the year. Same goes to the goat. And then for the monkey, health insurance, I would say, and as well as VUL. Since there's still wealth opportunity coming in and issues when it comes to health, then both can be good. And in terms of the rooster, actually, this is the most iba.
Okay.
Rooster is good for real estate. Maganda ang
okay.
Real estate.
for the rooster this year. No, there's a potential growth for the real estate. And then if you're looking into insurance, di pa natin kaya bumili ng real estate. Well, health insurance is one. Kasi medyo tricky ang health natin sa rooster. But for the dog, low risk investment is best for the dog. Kasi medyo mataas ang financial difficulty or losses, no? So to manage that loss, it's best to look into low risk investment and legitimate, no? Of course, from yes, AIA.
Importante yan.
Medyo importante yung legit din, no?
Legitimate, please, okay? Due diligence. For the pig, no? Ingat for the pig kasi prone tayo ma-scam. Practice due diligence when anybody is offering you anything. Best, of course, legitimate again, business, AIA, VUL product is safe, no? And then next is for the rat. VUL products then, another, kasi there is, just to be safe, no? Protected tayo sa mga uncertainties. And last but not the least for the ox is VUL and health products because meron tayong minor issues when it comes to yan.
Wow. Talagang very comprehensive yung advice ni Miss Sophia and very specific actually. So you touched about VULs, you talked about paying yourself first and even health insurance.
Right.
And alam nyo, akala ko pagka year of the dragon ka or year of the tiger, pang-aggressive funds ka. Pagka year of the rat or year of the rabbit, dahil meek tayo,
safe
pang-conservative funds. No? Pagka ox naman siguro, minsan grazing sa greens, medyo meek, pero pag nagalit, di ba?
Ako naisip ko kasi
El
pag
Toro.
ox, parang kahit ano pwede mo gawin kasi ox lang yan eh. Parang,
Pwede rin.
Pero
Okay, ox na, napasok na pasok. But, really, I think these are very Solomonic advice from Miss Sophia. And, the beauty about what we have also in AIA Philippines, we have a partner, our fund manager who is based in Singapore. They actually serve the different markets of AIA across 18 countries. And we've partnered with them last year. So we were able to launch certain funds. No? So AIA Philippines customers can be invested locally or globally. At ang maganda doon, depending on, I think yung mga sinabi ni Miss Sophia na probably for the tiger, medyo okay yung first half, tapos second half, may transition ng konti. So, always look at long term naman, di ba? Tama, Miss Sophia.
Yeah.
So, in the short term, there will be some transition, may cycles talaga. That's part of long-term investing and preparing. But you have to stay the course, right? There are guides, there are some indications on where to go. So, I guess depending on what Miss Sophia said, no, instead of Huwag kayo maniwala sa akin na yung dragon aggressive palagi. I don't know about Gino's wife, but we have different funds depending on your risk appetite, on your risk tolerance. We also have different products for health. We also have different products for protection. So, yun yung kagandahan eh. You just don't get depressed or get too excited when you hear about the advice, but you do something about it. And really, across the industry, there's so many tools, there's so many value propositions that you can maximize.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
That's great, no? But ito, Miss Sophia, we know naman na this shouldn't replace a doctor's opinion, but we're very very curious. I mean, like, a lot of people are probably wondering also, no? What about in terms of health?
Yes. Yeah.
How does this year look like? What does this year look like for,
For the okay. Sige.
for the
Okay.
year? What does it look
I'll
like?
do the same thing. Yeah.
Pawisan na ako.
Parang
Kinakabahan
ayaw
niya.
akin direct kung ano sasabihin.
Okay. Sige. Of course, patchy chart no, can show us problems. It can also show us solutions. So always look at this as a guide, so you know how to do the right actions in order to prevent it. So prevention is still better than cure. So knowing this ahead of time gives you the upper edge, right? Okay, so for the tiger, no, be careful when it comes to any metal objects. You're prone to accident this year. If you're driving, make sure you practice defensive driving at all times. If you're late, then let it be. 5 minutes is never worthy of your life. Okay, so make sure that you be careful in everything that you risky activities. Avoid that as much as possible for the tiger. Okay, for the rabbit, colds, fevers, no, gastronomical issues will be a slight of a problem, and psychological, it's easier to be probably find yourself more sadder than usual. So what do you do? Since the area is now open to traveling, it's best to travel, expose yourself to the natural environment. That's what we need, no? So that's one of the issues that we will have further this year. Too much digital, so best to avoid this to prevent ourselves from getting too sad or anxious or depressed, no? And then for the health, there might be for the dragon dragon, there might be an illness that you've had before might come back this year. So what do you do? Of course, since you were cured back then, now
Iwasan mo na, no?
Yes, iwasan mo na. Then gawin mo na yung ginawa mo before para maiwasan itong illness na ito. No? Proactive is, again, the key to eliminating the negative stars of any year. Active, knowing the problem ahead of time, doing something about it is always the solution. And when it comes to the snake, stomach issues, anxiety, insomnia, accident and injury. So what do we do? If you're sick and tired of the social media, you know what? Delete your account if that's possible, and avoid overthinking for the snake. Huh? For the horse, accidents and injuries once again can be you can protect yourself by defensive driving, by being cautious when you're in the road, no, and avoid allowing your emotional volatility to make decisions for you, to avoid regrets, no. And then you can also start meditating for the horse. And then now for the goat, overall is positive, no. If you have been sick for a long time, this is the year you will see recovery. So that's good news for the goat. No? However, there might be issues lang with the throat, a respiratory system, but it's all curable. For the monkey, endocrine disorders for the women, and then trouble sleeping and accidents. No, careful driving. Again, careful driving is based on your own actions. No, so make sure that you be a defensive driver. Next, for the rooster, there might be if it's best to have an executive checkup within the year. Otherwise, this might lead you to experience undiagnosed illness, no, that might lead to surgery. Okay, this is not to scare. Again, proactive is needed in order to address this issue. So best to have yourself checked early in this year to avoid any issues.
Mhm.
For the dog, prone to injuries and bodily harm, so avoid risky activities. Extreme biking, diving, not muna, okay? Or bungee jumping, wag muna, okay? For the dog. And then for the pig, there is a sign of diabetes or hypertension if you overindulge alcohol and smoking. So what do? You quit. Huh? Quit drinking and quit
Ah,
smoking.
oo.
Yes.
Right.
Very, very slight yes.
Okay, so for the rat, no accident injuries of concern. So this again can be, you can protect yourself by practicing defensive driving. Don't be too in a hurry. If you're too tired, don't drive. Rest muna. No, don't drink and drive, especially.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think that goes for all signs, I think
exactly.
that's
Yeah,
all
it's a
signs.
practical tip for everyone.
Yes, I know. This year there's a lot of road accidents because of the tiger. But yeah, being defensive driver will be the solution. Okay, for the ox, finally, due to the sickness star, the health might be ups and downs. So,
Mm.
which is why it's advised to actually get the health products.
There you go.
Okay.
I think this portion on health, mas maraming nag-take down ng notes eh.
Oo.
Right?
Kasi,
Earlier.
we all get paranoid with this. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
nice that we are kind of given these things to look out for. But the real question is, how do you prepare for it? Diba? That's what Miss
Right.
Sophia
Correct.
was saying, which is,
Yeah.
I believe, something you, Sir Leo, can help us out with.
Yeah. My key takeaway on the health advice is
Mhm.
really prevention. Diba?
Mhm.
Being forewarned is being forearmed. So, kung merong mga konting indications na hindi maganda, it's prevention. It's trying to avoid situations that might lead to that. And also, again, no, in AIA Philippines, we have a program. We call this the AIA Vitality Program. What it does is to encourage Filipinos to know their health. No? So, parang ginawa natin kanina, di ba? Knowing what can happen. So, knowing your health, improving your health also, because we will provide rewards as you engage in different activities, no,
Hmm.
getting your checkups, doing your daily steps, even mental wellness. That's also part now of the
Oh, wow.
propositions of
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Wow.
vitality program,
Nice.
because like what Miss Sophia said, no, 2 years na tayong lockdown.
Mhm.
Minsan level 2, minsan level 3. I don't know next week kung magle-level 1.
Oh.
But this has really impacted, no,
Yeah. It takes
us
a
in
toll on one's mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
correct, and even on children. So that's the reason why we have this program. So knowing your health, improving your health, and enjoying the reward. So ano yung mga rewards? There are lifestyle rewards like free cups of coffee, free
Mhm.
load. But to me, the beauty of this program is if you do your fitness activities, your health and wellness activities, and you have an AIA Philippines policy, we
Mhm.
actually increase the coverage of your policies for free.
Oh, wow.
Okay, up
Okay.
to
Yeah.
50%. So if I got a policy na 2 billion and I do my vitality activities,
Mhm.
that can go up to as high as additional 1 million for free,
Wow.
just by doing
Wow.
your health
Okay.
and wellness
Yeah.
activities.
And
And
it's not like you're losing out on it also because you're improving your overall health, diba?
correct. So
Mm.
may lifestyle rewards ka nakukuha every 2 weeks, but the
Mm.
policy benefits, you're also reaping that. And guess what, Gino, Pau, and
Mm.
Miss Sophia also, because we've launched savings products. So aside
Mhm.
from coverage boost, that's how we call
Mm.
it,
Yeah.
meron din tayong loyalty boost. So if you are invested in your policies and you do your health and wellness activities, what AIA Philippines will actually do is add more money into your account value.
Ako.
Nice. Naku, that's
Dadagdagan,
that's
so
always a
so
good thing. That's
oh,
always a good thing.
again,
Yeah.
for free, wala tayong hihingin na additional premiums there. Just do
Oh.
your regular fitness activities. Tumataas na yung coverage mo, tumataas pa yung account value, and we do that every 5 years. So, saan ka pa, di ba?
Nice.
It's
Oh.
something that we really are very serious about, because our brand promise is really to help Filipinos live healthier, longer, and better lives. So, guys, check that out. Later after the show, we have tons of materials on our website on AIA Vitality.
Nice.
Hey.
Okay,
Si Pao,
one last
si
question.
Pao.
One last
Ano yung
question.
Direct Pao,
Ito.
Are you already using your Vitality
Yes, sir.
medication? Good.
Well, in the last couple of weeks, medyo humina na ang walking ko. Pero I'll bring it back to...
Actually,
Okay
what
lang
you
yan,
don't
okay lang
know
yan.
right now is Pao is actually on a standing desk. While this is happening, he's walking.
Wow.
We just don't see it because it's just half of his body, but he's getting his steps in.
Miss
Fantastic.
Sophia, one last question.
Sige.
Since it's Valentine's Day on Monday, so we know naman na a lot of people in the last 2 years, dating has been a little difficult. No, no, just kidding.
I'm pretty sure it has. It's true. It's hard.
No, what's the general overview on love and relationships this year of the Tiger? And not just
Romantic
dating
love,
and not just romantic love, encompassing naman relationships with family, with friends, relatives. Though, what does that look like for everyone?
Okay, it's a good question. Now, for the Tiger, because Tiger natin very busy, he might or she might find difficulty finding time, no, for family and friends. So what's the solution? You make time. You adjust your time, no, so you can be more time with your family and friends. Make the adjustments, no. And then for the rabbit, office romance is good, no, if you're looking into meeting someone new this year. And blind date is actually a good option for the rabbit, for 30s and above.
But
30s and
but for our rabbit friends out there, before you engage in an office romance, check your contracts and make sure that it's not against company policy. Like we will not be held accountable for this.
And make sure you're single.
Yes,
You're single.
yes, very important. Thank you, Sir Leo.
Make sure wala kayong ganto ha, wala kayong ganyan.
Wala. Ako, meron na.
Correct. Oo nga naman, ang mga warning. Okay, alright. Sige. For the dragon, there's a good chance to meet someone you know. There may be difficult rather for the dragon. Sorry, I stand corrected. Chances to meet someone new for the dragon it's quite difficult this year. This might for married couple baka less time with your spouse. So what do you do again? You make time.
You make time.
Adjustment. Yes, make adjustment. Don't wait for opportunity. You grab the opportunity.
Sama ba na ang inisip ko first thing you do? What do you do if there's not enough time? Find something else to do. Pick up a new hobby or something.
Ay, ganon.
Wrong advice.
Wrong advice.
on
Not
my end.
advice. Very wrong. Okay. Okay, for the snake, males have better chances of meeting someone new this year. So female snake will find it a little bit more difficult, no? So same goes to relationship for the males. Magkakaroon ng more chances to have bonding time with the spouse, except for baka difficulty lang with the female. Now, for the horse, no, they might experience complaints and dispute kasi you're spending less and less time with family. Of course, if you want the complaint or the nagging to stop, again, you make time.
Yes.
Spend time with your family. All right. For the goat, no, it's good to actually, if you're single and you're trying to look for long-term relationship, is actually a good year to do that. No, I mean, good year to make happy memories. So book that travel na. Okay.
Yun.
For the monkey, no, they may see opportunities for long distance relationship. Okay, that's what I'm seeing for the monkey. For the married, no, make sure that you, as much as possible, if you're going to travel, you double check, no, before traveling to avoid injuries and marital issues. Then, okay, for the rooster. If you're looking for someone new, do pay attention in your workplace or people that you actually know.
Okay.
Ang mga friends mo na. Ang mga
Within
rooster.
your circle na.
Within your circle na.
Pero
So
wag
there's-
naman yung tipong girlfriend ng kabarkada mo. Wag naman ganun. Bro, let's not.
No, bawal yan.
Just people you already know who are, just as single as you are.
Yes, exactly. Yes, very good. Okay. For the dog, it's not a good year to find new love. If you're married, be patient when you're communicating to avoid communication breakdown or problem that's caused by communication breakdown for the dog. And then for the dog, for the pig, it's actually a good year for new love. Chances of meeting someone new that has the same interest for the pig is actually possible within this year. For the rat, it's not a good year to meet someone new this year, so it's best to focus on your health and your career instead. No, for the rat. Okay, for the ox, it's a good year also to find new love. However, don't speed things up. Take it slow. Take it slow
Yun.
for the ox. Ayan. There you go.
Steady lang dapat for the ox. But you know what I noticed? Like, the pigs are having a good year this year. Like,
We
it's a
are
great
very
year to be a pig.
So
What is
pwedeng
that?
pwedeng magbaboy this year, no? Swerte. But you know what, guys? I thought it was the health discussion that was most interesting. Mukhang I'm changing my position. It's actually love, no?
Yo,
And
okay.
but again, my advice to you, it's not feng shui, especially on the items that Miss Sophia talked about on romance. Please make sure you're single, huh? Please
Yeah.
make sure
Oo nga.
Yes.
na wala kang commitment.
Mahirap na. Baka mamaya sabi, sabi ko sa Believe, maghanap daw ako ng bago.
Sir Leo,
Tayo
Sir Leo, I think
pasisihin eh.
Sir Leo, I think we can all agree na you know, if may ganyan sila and then, you know, they take this the wrong way, AIA cannot help you out of that. Cannot
Correct,
help you with
correct.
that
Wala na
situation.
tayong tools o
hindi,
ano,
hindi
di
na
ba?
natin hawak yan. No? Okay na yan.
Konsensya mo na yun na mag-guide
Kung
sa'yo kung what's
ginusto mo na yan
morally
eh.
right.
Alam mo yung parang gano'n.
Correct, correct. But speaking about ano naman, love for your family, ayan,
Yeah.
diba? To me, diba, the best form or way to show our love for our family is really to be protected, no? And also to get make sure that you're able to provide quality education to your kids. Sabi ko
Yeah.
nga, normally busy dads, busy moms, 'di ba? We buy material stuff for our family kasi we want them to really feel special and loved. But you know, the biggest form of love is leaving that legacy. Kaya nga sabi ng iba, 'di ba? Education. That's the best gift, form of love that you can give to your children, and at the same time being protected. No, so this Valentine's Day, Miss Sophia, Gino, and Pao, I won't give love, flowers and chocolates anymore to my wife. Bibili na lang ako ng dagdag na health plan at saka
Ganda.
protection plan. So,
Ang ganda nun. Ang ganda nun. That's a
diba?
really good idea. Like on Valentine's Day, instead of a bouquet of
Yeah,
flowers, it's like a bunch
yeah,
of, paper that's just kind of like in a cylindrical. And she's like, what is this? I'm showing you my love. It's a new policy. Yung mga ganyan,
correct.
no?
Just
Ganda.
make sure siya yung designated beneficiary dun.
Oo.
Kasi
Mali pa rin nakalagay, Yari.
baka yung office romance yung nakalagay, mas lalong nalagot ka. But kidding aside, I think
Yeah.
that's something that we should also consider.
Oh, but it's true. Like, what you said about, wanting to make sure that, you leave the best, not naman leave it behind, but, to basically ensure that they get the best life possible. To be honest, like, that's
Correct.
something that I
Correct.
never really contemplated before I had a kid of my own. And all of a sudden, like, now that I have a kid, it's like, oh my God, like, where are you going to go to school? Like, I have to make sure that, like, it's the best. I have to make sure that when you get to college, like, you have ganito, you have ganyan, you have ganyan. And, it kind of piles on. And it's nice that we got to talk about this today. And, again, thank you so much, Miss Sophia, and of course, Sir Leo. We ended up learning so much. We talked about, personal stuff. We talked about career, about health, about love. So that's a lot of information to digest, and I'm sure a lot of the people who are watching us right now are taking down notes and kind of plotting what they're gonna be doing for 2022 already. But you know what? I know that we still do have a lot of things happening a little bit later on. Of course, you can still ask your questions, but before we open that floor up for questions, how about let's play a round of Muted?
All right, guys, you know the drill for this game. We'll be playing select movie clips with no audio. And since this year is the year of the tiger, tonight's edition will obviously be tiger themed. So your task is to simply correctly identify the name of the tiger on the movie clip being played. Again, if you've seen this show before, we play a scene and then you have to guess the movie. That is not what you do tonight.
Yes.
You have to name the tiger. Okay? But don't worry. I know some of you might be,
Intimidated. But oh my God, how
intimidated
am I
na
going to remember
medyo
the name of
stress
the
yan. But
tiger?
don't worry, don't worry. We're gonna have you're gonna have tawag dito.
Multiple
The names
choices
are gonna be
naman.
on the names are gonna be on screen. So multiple choice siya. Okay? So it's right there to make it easier for you guys. All right? So
Yes.
everyone ready to guess? Again, you have to guess the name of the tiger, not the movie. The name of the tiger. Everyone
Okay,
ready?
because to simplify everything, the movie is already there. Like you'll see the title of the movie. So you'll have a choice between the names of the tiger in the movie. So there you go.
All right,
All
let's
right.
play.
And our first movie, The Jungle Book. This is the newer Jungle Book, obviously. Not the one from like was it the 90s or the 80s? The
John
original
Favreau to.
cartoon,
This is the
right? This is
John
a Jean
Favreau.
Favreau one. It's the Jungle Book, so you have two options. Is it A, Tony the Tiger? Guys, tignan nyo siya. Mukha ba siyang Tony the Tiger? Parang, yun na lang eh. Just look at him. Like, does he strike you as a Tony the Tiger? Or is it B, Shere Khan? Let us know in the comment section. A or B is fine. If you want to type out Tony the Tiger or if you want to type out Shere Khan, that's fine too. But just let us know what you think is the correct answer. Again, this is from the Jungle Book. It's from the 2016 Jean Favreau live action film. We have the correct answer. The correct answer is the letter B, Shere Khan. I told you, he does not strike me as a Tony the Tiger. it's not terrifying, eh? No? Like, oh my God, he's trying to kill me. Who? Tony the Tiger?
Oh my God, it's Tony!
It just doesn't have the same effect, All right. Okay.
Ako si Tony, baka nanonood yan, baka ma-hurt yan, bro.
All right, let's move on to the second movie, shall we? This one, admittedly, I had this mixed up for quite a while. The movie is Life of Pi. This is the tiger. The choices are A, is it Pai Patel? Or B, Richard Parker? What do you guys think? Is it A, Pai Patel, or B, Richard Parker? If I were stuck in this position, I would have just jumped into the water. I would have taken that.
Oh, Gino, we also have some financial advisors watching from AIA. So thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for
you.
watching.
I think I saw Sir Ten also. Sir Ten was saying a few things a while ago.
Hi, Sir Ten. All right, so I'm pretty sure that you would have picked one already by now. It's, again, A, Pai Patel, or B, Richard Parker. The tricky thing about this is, obviously I won't mention what the correct answer is, but there's a little bit of truth in the wrong answer. There's a little bit of truth. It's meant to confuse you. But let us know. You got a 50-50 chance of guessing it correctly anyway. Is it A, Pai Patel, or B, Richard Parker? All right, the correct answer is letter B, Richard Parker.
Congratulations.
Not to be confused with Peter Parker, which I obviously made the mistake of. I was like, dude, I swear, man, like for the longest time, I was like, what the heck? Did he not have any originality? Did you really name the tiger like after Spider-Man? Richard Parker. All right, let's move on to the third movie. This time around from, also the remake, the live action one. 2019. Obviously, this had a cartoon back in 1992 as well from the movie Aladdin. There's a tiger here. Is the name of the tiger A, Raja, or B, Tigra? So fierce. Si Tyra Banks, di ba?
Tiger of Banks.
Smile with your eyes. So let us
Right.
know
Some answers
again.
coming in.
Ayan, is it A, Raja? Honestly, Tigra kind of works too. So, I'm not sure. Is it A, Raja, or B, Tigra? Let us know in the comment section. The correct answer is the letter A, Raja. There you go. Pao, ikaw, you saw the people in the comment section. Hula mo, marami na nakuha ng tama.
A lot of people actually got number 1 and number 3.
It's the number
Shere
2 na
Khan
medyo...
and Raja.
Yeah.
But some of them did not get Richard Parker. I mean, that was also... Yeah.
That's
I
what I was talking
confused
about
you,
earlier.
so-
Diba? It's tricky because the actor is Dev Patel, and it's the life of
Yeah,
Pai.
true.
So you're thinking, okay, Pai probably makes it. Maybe the story is about the life of the tiger, So, all right. Well, thank you so much for participating. But at this point, let's call back Sir Leo for the question and answer segment.
Sir Leo? Are
Sir
you
Leo,
there?
welcome back, Sir Leo.
I'm back.
Thank you for joining us. Did you get all the correct answers for the movies earlier? I mean, the names of the tigers.
I also answered Peter Parker. So
Ayun na nga yun. Nadali rin. Okay, so if you have any questions at this point for Miss Sophia and Sir Leo, please don't hesitate to send them via the chat box below.
Yes, because you'll not only have your questions answered, you'll also get a chance to win a prize from AIA Philippines.
There you go. So send over your questions. Here we have question number 1. This one is for Miss Sophia. What can we do to counter a bad reading?
That's a very good question. Well, basically, there's what we call the annual Feng Shui. For the year, the best sector that we have for the year is the South sector. So that's where the Flying Star 9 is. It's all about happiness and at the same time inspiration and motivation. So it's best to actually stay in that sector, activated by working in that sector, staying in that sector, studying in that sector is one way to counter the bad reading. So
Okay,
it's
please correct me if this is a dumb question. Pero parang, okay, you mentioned that the South is a good place to be in, right? So if I live in Alabang, does that, kumbaga parang translate na, technically it's kind of the south of the city.
Yes.
So is essentially it's a good place to go to whenever
That's
it's a south
actually
sector?
it's definitely not a stupid question. It's actually a good question, no? Kasi even the areas, no, it actually tells us which are the areas that are actually thriving. For the period 9, just to a little bit of technical, one of the strongest sectors in the global scale is actually the South. So in the Philippines, it's definitely in the South sector, and even in Mindanao and Visayas. So yes, it actually in predictive feng shui, yes, may
wow.
connection. Sabi nyo doon, yes.
Oh, never
Yeah.
thought I'd get that one correct. All right, thank you for letting us know. We have question number 2 this time around for Sir Leo naman. Sir Leo, what are the benefits of getting an insurance product with investment?
Okay, very good question yan, Gino. No? So, to me, the value of having an investment product with protection is because when you invest, you have to pay yourself first regularly. Miss Sophia touched on that earlier. So, in financial planning language, it's called cost averaging. No,
Okay.
setting aside regular amounts at regular intervals. But that takes time. That takes time for it to grow, for you to reach your goals.
Right.
And we know, well, based on the readings that the advice that Miss Sophia gave earlier, along the way there will be some ebbs and flows,
Mhm.
right? So what I don't want to happen is I'm saving up for my kids education, then I get COVID, I get hospitalized, I have to draw out from that savings to
Right.
fund my recovery. So better for me to have protection within, so my long-term plan will not be touched, and in case of uncertainties that may happen. And the last two years really taught us that things that may happen really happen.
Yep.
So better to have that better to have
Yep.
that protection plan. So my savings will still grow on its own, but at the same time I have a backup plan if ever I get hospitalized or I get sick. And maganda naman yung prediction sa rabbit, but I just want to make sure that
Yeah.
I have that contingency plan. So
Yeah.
to me, that's the beauty of combining both protection and investment into one value proposition.
Yeah, and you know what? Just to add to what you're saying, I don't know if a lot of people have encountered this before, but it's kind of disheartening also. Like, let's just say, put it into something as simple as, when you were in grade school. Let's just say you were saving up for a comic book or something like that. You were saving up for a comic book or a new toy or whatever, a statue, and so you keep putting money into like your little piggy bank, and then you accidentally break like a friend's toy or something to that effect, where you have to get money from your piggy bank to pay them back. It gets disheartening to see na parang, ay, yung sinave ko, wala na. Parang nakakatamad na
Nasira.
mag-save ulit kasi ang tagal na naman. So it's super nice that you brought that up, Sir Leo. Na yun nga, parang it's so crucial and essential to have that sort of protection, because as you've mentioned, what might happen will probably happen. So,
Correct.
it's nice to have that, to make sure that you still get to attain your goals in the long run. Okay, we have another question this time around. What factors cause energy blockages? Wow.
That's a
Uh-huh.
good question, no?
Hmm.
It boils down to the lack of awareness of an individual, not knowing that they can actually make their own destiny, or not knowing that their actions can actually, they can do something to actually improve their lives. That's one of the things that's I noticed now based on my client consultation, the lack of
Mhm.
awareness of what they can do. But definitely, they can actually change their life for the better by doing the right actions, making the right decision at the same time at the right timing. And that's
Mhm.
where we put in the patchy. No, that's where we put in that patchy to help guide us what are the activities that we can focus on, and to give us that clarity. Or you shouldn't second guess yourself
Mhm.
anymore. At the same time, you maximize all your strength by identifying and knowing who you are and what you're capable of. So
There
there.
you go. All right. Another question this time around from Hannah Garcia for Sir Leo. Really good question. How do I know what my risk profile is?
Oh, very, very
Mm.
good question. Earlier, I said, no, kung year of the dragon ka o year of the tiger, aggressive
Mm.
yung risk profile.
If you think
But
about
year
it,
of the rat, but I'm kidding. No,
Mm.
uh, it's good that you're asking, and there are actually tools or questionnaires. No, you can fill out certain questionnaires. There are key questions for you to contemplate on. No,
Mm.
for example, sample question would be, if the market goes down or corrects by 20%, ano yung reaction mo? If you get too agit about it, then probably you're not for the aggressive type. No, you're not the
Mm.
aggressive type. You're not for the aggressive funds. So probably you will be more for the moderate and the conservative risk profile. So search on those tools, or better yet, talk to an AIA Philippines financial advisor, because they're very well skilled and equipped to guide you, for you to know what's your risk tolerance. No? And one advice is, you will encounter a lot of investment opportunities, no? If it's too good to be true, it must be too good to be true. Yung sinasabi ni
Yep.
Miss Sofia, 'di ba? Na
Yeah.
dapat tingnan mo legit muna, legit yung nagpro-provide nung
Oh.
investment asset na yun. And again, there are several brands and companies that do that, and AIA Philippines is one of them that can provide you all these opportunities.
Yes.
I think this is a really great question because not a lot of, especially for people who are, only starting to get into investing and kind of building their future. You never really know what your risk profile is. Like, maybe when you're like, you'll probably base it off of like, pag nagbabasketball naman ako, pagpustahan ako, so siguro high risk yung profile ko. It's not like that. It is a little bit more, detail oriented than that is.
Yeah.
And it's nice
Yeah.
that,
And if
there
I may,
are,
yeah, if I may add, it also depends on your age, your goals, your time horizon. So all of that gets to be factored in determining your risk appetite or risk profile.
yeah, diba,
Actually, Sir Leo,
even for age,
there's
diba?
a question that's here also from Romel. I think we can read this one as well. You were just talking about the age, no? Sabi ni Romel dito sa chat box natin. Question po, what can you recommend for a young working professional in terms of investing?
Mm.
Okay, so there are different types, no, of investment assets that you can go into. So one of the things that I think Miss Sophia mentioned is also VULs. VULs allow you to be invested in different asset classes, pwedeng local or global funds. So, and you don't have to start with a big amount. Yun yung maganda eh. What we've done is actually to open opportunities for younger Filipinos to start saving. It's good, Romel, that you're thinking of this already. Hindi yung pag 40s or 50s ka na tsaka ka magsusubi or magsisave. So, talk
Hmm.
to different financial advisors. If you know one in AIA Philippines, that's good. If not, diba, PM is the key. So that's something
Yun.
that that's
Yeah.
something that we can talk about. Know your risk profile, so we can recommend the appropriate investment asset for you.
There you go. Hey, thank you so much to everybody who sent over their questions. And of course, we hope that you got the answers that you guys were looking for. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for our Q&A portion. Now, if we didn't get to answer your question, don't worry. Just message the AIA Philippines Facebook page. Now, we did mention earlier that we're also going to be having a special musical guest. And since we are celebrating both hope and love, tonight prepared to be both inspired and swept away. So please welcome Reese Lansangan.
Hey guys, my name is Reese Lansangan and I am a singer-songwriter, a musician, and a visual artist. The song that I'm going to be playing today is called Home, and it's a song about love, but it celebrates all kinds of love, be it romantic love or love for family, love for friends, love for pets even. For me, love is where you feel safe, where you feel protected, and where you feel at home. My love, did they tell you just how long a time it took for me to get to you? And when the world said it's impossible, said it's improbable, the chances of me finding you, nobody knows how we go. Oh, when we're alone, it's like we're home. My bones are safe and my heart can rest knowing it belongs to you, you. My world is changed and it's cradled by the comfort that is you, you. My keep breathing. I didn't know that it was possible to put all that I am in the palm of your hands. Now we're unstoppable. Nobody knows how we go. Oh, well, we're alone. It's like we're home. My bones are safe, my heart can rest, knowing it belongs to you. My world is changed and it's cradled by the comfort that is you. Nobody knows how we go. Oh, when we're alone, it's like we're home. Nobody knows how we go. Oh, when we're alone, it's like we're home. Nobody knows how we go. Oh, when we're alone, it's like we're home. Nobody knows how we go. Oh, when we're alone, it's like we're home. My bones are safe and my heart can rest, knowing it belongs to you. My world is changed and it's cradled by the cover that is you. My bones are safe and my heart can rest, knowing it belongs to you. That song is called Home, and speaking of feeling protected, financial security is one of the ways in which you can feel safe and you can feel like you can carry on living your life with your loved ones. So I'd like to thank AIA for inviting me to this event and being able to share with you my definition of love and my definition of home. My name is Reese Lansangan, and you can follow me and my music on my socials, and you can stream my music everywhere. Just type Reese like the chocolate, Lansangan like the streets. Thank you.
What a great song. What a great song and an amazing, amazing voice. So happy that we got to hear that. I'm sure the people who are watching us are too. But then yung ang ganda nung line niya na parang my heart can rest knowing that it belongs to you. Parang ganun din na parang sometimes, your mind can rest knowing that at least at the end of the day, you're protected. Diba? That's kind of how it is. At Reese Lansangan.
AIA, pwede yan. Sir Leo, pwedeng ano yan. Pwedeng theme song yan for...
Pwede. I'm getting more ideas as we go with this episode.
But I know that a lot of people who are watching us right now are, of course, wanting to find out as well if they wanted any of the stuff that we did. So it's time to announce all the winners for tonight's episode. All right, let's start off with our trivia winners. Congratulations. We have Maria Elena Papa, April Neil Ropan, and Janielle Sapida. Congratulations for answering correctly our trivia. You just won a 500 peso GCash voucher from AIA Philippines. Congrats, guys. All right, let's move on to our poll winners. Our poll winners, congratulations to CM Pelipel, Lady Jewelyn Diola, and Kent. Wow, it's kind of like Madonna, like just one name. Galing. Congratulations. You won 500 peso GCash voucher from AIA Philippines as well for answering the poll. And next up, we have our winners for Muted for getting the tiger names correctly. Congratulations to Carol Heath, to Ivy Pikes, and to Gail Ariane Parocha Marquez. Congratulations to you guys. You win a 1,000 peso GCash voucher from AIA Philippines. My gosh. My gosh. Grabe. Parang sana nakasali rin tayo, no? I would have gotten that correctly. And finally, congratulations to our winners for asking the best questions during our Q&A segment. We have Kai Makana, Hannah Garcia, Romel Miko Zara. Congratulations. You won 500 peso GCash vouchers from AIA Philippines. So with that, congratulations to all of our winners. And of course, we'll get in touch with you for details on how to claim your prize. And that's it. That's pretty much it for episode 4 for the second season of Be Live. Again, thank you so much, Miss Sofia Relosa, and of course, to Sir Leo for joining us once again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Let's make bolder, wiser, and stronger financial and health decisions this year of the Tiger.
Oh, and before I forget, Miss Sophia, I know that you have a YouTube. Do you want to invite people who are watching us right now to check you out over on YouTube?
Yes. Please follow me, subscribe, hit that notification bell as Sofia Relosa in YouTube. And I also have a website. It's sofiarelosa.com. I also have a Facebook page. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
There you go. So that's the best way that they can get in touch with you if they need your advice on anything. Like just message you on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Miss Sophia, there's a comment that I wanted to read here. Well, I forgot. I wala na tuloy, but I think you wanted to hear this. Sabi niya, sino daw yung guest natin? Ang ganda, mukha daw siyang 25 years old.
Talaga naman.
Malapit na mag-40. Huwag na specific na malapit na mag-40.
Wag mo nang sabihin, Miss Sophia. Ano naman walang bukuhan ng edad dito.
Sabi nga nila, di ba? If we get good news, just take it. Accept it na lang.
Thank you na lang. Just say thank you.
But again, thank you so much to everyone who watched, participated and enjoyed our program this evening. Of course, for more information on AIA Philippines and its extensive product lineup, visit their official website or follow their social media pages for more updates.
That's right. And thank you to AIA Philippines and to all our viewers. I am Paolo Valenciano, reminding you to unleash the tiger in you this year. We hope to see you all again.
And this has been Leo Tan from AIA Philippines. Have a prosperous new year.
And this has been your host, Gino Quillamor. Thank you once again for watching. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.